I'm live now. Let's see. Make sure everything's working this time. I set up the stream to go to Twitch and YouTube, so we should get people from both sides, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. And now it says there are 0 viewers. There we go, but it's updating, so Streamlabs is just lying to me. Let me go to the, I find the dashboard for it real quick and get that up and running, and then we're going to start coding soon. Just switch to Streamlabs Ultra. See how that is. I have no idea if it's gonna be helpful or not. I'm hopeful that it'll be helpful. So the plan now is to continue on that game development from yesterday. So got a couple pieces already hooked up. Had a few more ideas that I wanted to try out. So we're gonna start coding those up and see if we can get as far as possible through here. I think. Is everything sounding good, looking good? Oh, well, thank you. No time left. I'm glad to hear that you've learned some stuff. All right, let's see. I'm going to get my windows sized up right and then get the code open. And once I've got that, I'll switch to a view where you can all see. Is the stream going to be watchable later? Yes, it will be. It'll be watchable later. All right, let's switch views. All right, say goodbye to the just redone background and hello to the desktop. Oh, thank you, Sam. Going through the coursework now. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let me know if you have questions. We had a Q&A this morning. There were no questions, but we got another one scheduled for next Friday. I assume we'll have a lot more questions. We're kind of going to get back into the swing of those, to having them somewhat regularly. But email is always the fastest too for questions. So here's the buy a ship screen. So you click buy a ship, and then you click to get a space, and then people climb aboard the ship, or it starts to fill up. Okay, so now there were a couple things that I wanted to do that I was considering today. One, I want to put a better indicator here first. I think that's an obvious one for people filling up and that just kind of loading up. I want it to be like people icons or something. Maybe I'll just put a graphic there. But the bigger thing I was thinking is I want the flow of your characters going to the place. I was also thinking that maybe I'll add a time limit too. I don't think I'll do this right now, but maybe I'll add a time limit for like how long you have to pick a destination. And then I want to have your resources start depleting as you're waiting here and as your cruise ship is flying along. So your cost of stuff happening will just continue on. So like you have to pay upkeep costs on your ship and your own food and whatever else. So there are a couple different things there. I'm thinking. Well, let's see. It fills up. Putting an icon there is really simple. Let's save that. I'm thinking maybe once it's done, you hit start trip. It goes in and resources start to deploy. Oh, you know what I need to add here is buying fuel for your ship. So let's think about what that should look like. I want you to be able to, like, there'll be a maximum amount you can buy, but you probably won't want to necessarily, maybe you always want to fill up. Maybe that's what I'll default it to, is there'll just be like a button to fill up, which will buy like, yeah, that'll just buy all the fuel. And then I can make it into a slider or something if I decide that you want less. I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to modify this UI element right here. So this is in that pre-launch scene. So go find the pre-launch scene. And then down here on the bottom left, this is kind of the, this is like our ship info panel. Let's rename this. Ship info panel. And the ship info panel has its occupancy text. So this is like how many people are there. I think, do we have an image for this? Let's go add an icon, UI and image. And then we'll anchor this to the left here. I'm going to see if we have like a picture of a person. I don't think that we do, but maybe there's one in this Shift UI. You know what? There is. Look at this. Friends. That'll work. So the friends icon will work. We'll set it to the native size and then scale it down to be, it looks like this is a 256. We'll go like 64 by 64. And I'm just going to drop this right up here next to this occupancy text. I'll figure out the layout for it later. I don't want to put them into like a layout group and have it organize them because I'm not sure how I actually want them laid out. So I'm just going to slap them around until I figure out kind of a good place for them. I do want this to get bigger and I want it to be kind of closer to the side. Let's make it 64 high and 256 wide. It doesn't really need to be that wide. That's fine though. We'll go 64 by 256. Oh, hello, Estate Machine. By the way, everybody who's watching live, just hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget. There we go. Got our people in there. So next is fuel. So I'm just gonna take both of those and wait, which one of those is huge? Is that the text? No. What was Oh, I had start trip selected. Okay. Let's call this occupancy icon. I select both of those, duplicate them. There we go. And then this is going to be fuel. Fuel text, fuel icon. And then I don't know if we got an icon that'll work for fuel. Probably not. I will probably have to get some icons in. Oh, this kind of, or is that multiplayer one? We can pretend that that's a fuel icon. And then the text here, how do we bind this up? I think this is hooked up to a controller on the canvas. Yep, just like the other things. Makes it very useful if you just keep kind of a standard way of just putting things together. So we got our occupancy text and a fuel text. If you start mixing it up and doing things in different ways in different places, things become a pain in the ass really quick. Happens a lot if you're working on a project with a big team, though. You get a lot of people. You'll see that happen quite often. All right, so our destination view is binding. Our occupancy text is setting an update. Okay, and our fuel text, we'll just do the same. Fuel text dot set text, and we're just going to set it to fuel text. And I'm going to duplicate this line here, or whoops, just copy and paste it. We'll make this fuel text. And here we're going to look at our max fuel and our, I guess it's just going to be current fuel. Since right now we're only allowing one chip, it makes it very, very easy to keep track of this stuff. We just got an int here for our current fuel. It'll have a private setter, and I figure out like we'll buy fuel to increase that amount. So let's go back into the travel UI, and we'll probably add a button to buy fuel. So let's see, we'll go right here. We had some buttons in the prefabs folder here. Button, prefab, maybe an icon button. Let's see. If there's an icon that looks like buying, that might work. Like a checkout or a buying one. I don't see one. Let's go grab some icons real quick from the asset store. I'm sure I have an asset pack full of them. Package manager. And pull up the package manager, find icons. Yeah, we got 51 packs. It shouldn't be too difficult to find something. What do we want to find? 2D, fantasy, crosshair. Something simple. Let's see, what's game icons? I feel like the simplest name. Nope, that's not going to work. It popped up off screen. GUI Kit Pro. I think this one's like loaded up with stuff, right? Yeah. That's this one right here. So let's see. Tons of items, tons of vehicles. It's going to have all this stuff that it probably don't need. Just for like a cart. You know, let's do a search in here. Where's the, what happened to the asset store search thing down here? That disappear? Huh. I don't know when that went away. Maybe part of the newest. I'm in 2023 right now. Or no, this is 2022. I thought I was in 23. I have to upgrade. Sci-fi GUI skin. Maybe this will have something. No, I'm not. Never mind. That's an old one. Sci-fi concept art. Nope. Alien royalty. Which one should I use? I really have no idea. I hate that stupid automatic light. Makes it so dark in here. Anybody have suggestions in chat? Which icon pack to use? Characters, spell icons, game icon. What's this one again? Yeah, it doesn't have like a checkout type thing. I'm gonna just go with that. Where was that big pack? Get the light back on. Let's see. I lost track. Which one was it that was the bigger pack that I was thinking? The GUI Kit Pro. That's it. Yeah, we'll download and import that. God, it's half a gig though. It's so big. I really don't need all this. I just need a button for buying. You know what? It doesn't have to have a cool icon. I can just delete that. And let's go take a different button. Let's see. Not that one. Not that one. Yep, we'll take a main button. Bam. And we'll just use that instead of overcomplicating things. And I'll call this buy fuel button. And then I'll just make it say buy fuel instead of overcomplicating and thinking about this too much. Text. And let's see. Wait, does this take text right here? Yeah, it does. Buy fuel. Yes, a tool like that would probably be handy. Story, you're not wrong. All right, cool. Got my buy fuel button. I think that makes more sense. And then, let's hook up the fuel text. Where are you, fuel text? There you are. And then we'll hook up that button. Buy fuel button will be pretty simple. I'll make it a serialized field, make it a button, buy fuel button. And it's just going to, here, in awake. I'm just going to make it happen. So go underscore buy fuel button dot on click dot add listener, game manager dot instance dot try buy fuel. Which actually is going to buy, I'll just call this buy max fuel. There's no trying here. And then we'll generate a method for that. And that's going to fill up however much fuel we can take. So int max to buy is going to be equal to our current ship dot max fuel minus our current fuel. And then if max to buy is less than or equal to 0, we're just going to bail out so I don't have to think about it anymore. And if it's greater than 0, then we're going to figure out the cost of that. We'll say int cost equals max to buy times, or actually, we're just going to cost them each at 1. So we're going to say max to buy is equal to mathf dot min. We want the smallest of either the current amount or, and we could write this differently, but I'm just going to think it through real quick, or the amount of money that we have. So money, because we can only buy one per money. And then we'll say current fuel plus equals max to buy, money minus and is equals max to buy. Or let's call this amount to buy. Let's call this to buy. Well, let's call this amount. There, I like that better. So amount is there. If the amount is less than 0, return. And then we figure out it's either the minimum of the amount or how much money we have, because we can only buy one per. And then we take that money away. That looks good. That should update our fuel and our money. But we're not showing our money yet. So let's show that in the UI here. To add money, or just add another text object. I'm thinking, we'll just duplicate one of these. I'm going to dock this in the top left. Oh, I'm going to unparent this so that it has no parents. Put it in the top left up here and put a money text. Give this a nice big font size. Oh, it's just on auto size. So maybe like 200. Put this to $1,000 and crank up the max font size. I don't know. And let's pick a different font too. I don't really like that font. The default one, kind of like that. That looks like a good money font. All right. I think that looks good. Should handle what I wanted. So now we can buy fuel and start trips. Let's go try that real quick. Scene bootstrapper. All right. Buy a ship. We pick a destination. And now... Oh, I didn't hook up the reference there, did I? Nope. Let's go do that. Go back into that pre-launch. Go find that canvas here. You just got to assign the start trip button here. Where's that at? Nope, wrong panel. I just started expanding it because it was a prefab. You gotta expand, and I keep saying the wrong thing too. It's the buy fuel button that I'm putting there. There we go. Bootstrapper and play. All right, there's our worm. Oh, there we go. The text is going over the button, but it bought and it, oh, the money text isn't hooked up. Easy enough to check though. So if I go into my game manager, check out debug mode, see that my money is at 100. It went down 800 and then went down to 1,000, or it went down to 100 because, well, it should have gone down to 200 after I bought the ship for 800. Okay, so that's getting better. Now I want to change this scene. I think I want to make the destination be the background and then have the, no. I don't know how I want this to look, but I want it to, maybe I don't care too much about this one, and I'll think about how this looks later. Let's get the start trip button working. So you buy fuel. I'll fix this button real quick. Buy fuel, start the trip, and then it's going to kick off into the mode where resources are starting to go down even more. Let's fix that money UI. That's in pre-launch, and I thought let me see. In ship buying, I had a money. How did I hook this up? Is there already a money? I can't remember if I just added a script for that, or if it was bound up somewhere else, because it seems like it's going to get reused. Normal mode. Okay, so there's just a text object in here. It's linking to player money. which is just setting the money. Okay. So I think I might pull that into a separate script that I'm just going to reuse. So let's go into scenes, go to pre-launch, and go find that money object. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's go add a new script. Let's money text. And it's going to be a very simple object that just sets the text to the amount of money. And it's going to do it very badly with performance and update it every single frame, even if it never changes. And then when I decide what the UI is actually like, it'll get completely deleted. So, we should probably at least cache it though. Awake text equals get component tmp underscore text. We'll save that field and make that an expression body. And then here we'll say underscore text dot set text. Game manager dot instance dot money dot toString. Very simple. That'll be an expression body as well. We now have a simple money text that I can just slap on anything. Yeah, there's no reason for me to really early optimize it because I'm probably going to delete this script and do something different for the UI eventually. I just need something there that shows it and lets me slap it onto anything to make that show my my current money. In fact, I might do that for a lot of these indicators because there's no reason not to yet. It's very, very easy to swap it out. So I'll do that once I need to, or once I have a slightly better idea of what I want to do there. All right, well, that should show our money. Other thing I want to do in this scene is make our money deplete over time just a little bit. So it's in our game manager. There's a loop. Where's it at? Start selling tickets right here, where it waits a second and then checks to see if somebody got onto your ship or not. Then it's going to make it cost 1 money every second. Nice and easy. So say money minus, bam, done. All right, nothing complicated. I just want some kind of a pressure wait so that you're not waiting too long. Oh, and then we need a way for you to set a price on the tickets. Maybe I shouldn't let you set a price. Maybe we'll set the price automatically. Like the destination can have a price set for it. Otherwise, I gotta figure out how the player sets it and how that works out and stuff. Let's do that. We'll start with destinations have a price on them, like a ticket price. And then I can always move that afterwards. So public int ticket price. And then we'll go put that into some areas here. So we're going to need that in the views. We're going to need that in the, let's go back to the code real quick. So we're going to need that anywhere that like distance is shown. We'll need ticket price. So in our description here, let's do builder.append. Ticket price. And builder.append. I got that mixed up. And it should just show our ticket price here. Then we'll do builder. Actually, I do want an append line there because I want a new line. But we want ticket price to string. And this should not be an append line because I just want it to drop in the text. So ticket price there. And then it's going to put it into there. That'll be somewhat helpful. Yeah, then I don't have to add it in as a thing yet. We can change that later. So let's press play. Oh, wrong scene. All right, we'll go into scenes, go to Bootstrapper and play. The nice thing about putting all this stuff into like a text description is I don't have to go in there and add a new element every time I want to put something in. I can just see right here, ticket price is 0 on all of them. I'm going to, I feel like the color of the text on those is kind of hard to see. You guys probably can't even see them. Let's see, maximize, there you go. But let's go change those values up. Destination. So the space battle ticket prices, they should be pretty cheap. Like maybe they're $10 each. Space Vegas, maybe $12 or $15 each. I mean, it should probably be super discounted. We'll make Worm City or Whale City 20, and Wormy tickets are 25 because he's pretty dangerous and not very popular. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Make sure the numbers show up. Yeah, the problem with coming up with the patterns too early is, and you end up kind of locking yourself into those patterns, whether they make sense or not. And a lot of the time they don't, and then you spend more time putting things together and taking them apart. So I like to kind of do that as it's needed. Start to put things into more complex patterns where it kind of makes sense to clean up once things have kind of solidified a little bit. I've noticed with games, like things don't solidify nearly as fast as with like enterprise stuff. All right, so here we go. I've got my tickets to go get Wormy. Ship filled up after spending $30 waiting. And then I hit start trip, and it should kick over to like our ship flying over to see Wormy. All right, so that'll be the next scene. So let's add another scene. I'm thinking this scene is gonna be kind of like our ship buying scene for the environment, but yeah. So let's do this. Do file, save as. Call this flying. I don't know. I really, really hate that light. And then we'll go to the canvas and we'll just delete everything. Bam. All right, and then we've got our environment, and we go to game view. It'll look kind of like this. Good. Then our ship is going to fly along, and I want to have like a little indicator there at the bottom. Let's turn off this light. I want to have like a little indicator right here at the bottom that shows how far along the thing you are. So let's go find our canvas. We'll add a panel, or like really what I want is like a progress bar. Oh, look at this. Input field, a scroll bar, a slider, a horizontal selector, drop down. Let's see, let's try a slider. That's close to what I want. Visually, it's got what I want. I'm going to put this along the bottom, stretched and filled all the way there. And then I want to have like little destination markers. So let's see. Let's add some images here, UI and image. There we go. Thinking this first one, I'm gonna put it right up here. What do we got? It's not exactly what I want, but kind of the idea. Some sort of an indicator of our start. And then I want to have a couple more that are going to pop up along the way of stuff that happens. And then let's call it start image. And then I want an end image that's going to be something that happens kind of like over here at the right, position Y of 100. And here I'm going to put Wormy. It's going to be like our destination there. And I got to get the aspect ratio right. So 160 by 90, something like that. So it'd be like, oh, here's the destination. Here we are. We're flying across and trying to get to them. And then we'll put some other stuff in the middle. Let's save, play. I want to see what this looks like real quick. Just because I feel like hitting play. Oops, wrong scene. What happened? Oh, game manager kicked off. That's why. There's a game manager in here. Ah, there we go. Play. Flying. I just want to see it do the thing. So it should be like that, and then the game manager should tick the time along until stuff happens. So it'll go. and we'll make progress along the way. So let's see. Does this thing get bigger? Can I make this slider? Let's take these two images, drag them out. And I just want to check if I make this slider like 200. Yeah, it does work. Perfect. Wasn't sure if it was gonna freak out or if it was just gonna work. So we got 10 and a 10. Let's get rid of that. Let's go all the way to the edge. Okay. And then we'll take these two images, drag them up just a little bit. Like that. I might move it all down. And then I'm going to have our game manager update this slider. So I'll probably just make let's call this flight slider. We'll make a little script here that I'll just read from our game manager and update this little slider's progress for now. So we'll get rid of start and update. Oh, actually, let's add an awake underscore slider equals get component. And there's a slider or something. I don't know if there was something else that I need to access. I guess we'll find out. Let's go check it out. No, it's just a slider. Okay, hopefully. Oh, what's the slider manager do? Hopefully I don't have to modify the slider manager. Let's see, what does this have for methods? Let's go to start and update. Okay, yeah, I'm guessing that this thing will update the text automatically when it reads the slider. It's kind of what it looks like. So we've got that flight slider. There we go. And in here in the update, slider.value equals game manager dot instance dot flight progress. And this flight progress will just be a 0 to 1 flipped. Oh, not float, private with a private setter. So this will be something that our game manager will just increment over time. So where's our method here? We got start selling tickets. Then after we sell tickets, then we want to go into our next coroutine. So we'll do a start coroutine. And really, we should probably start yielding these in order, but let's just do a start coroutine. A new one here will go start flight. We'll generate a method, make it be an IE enumerator, and then we're going to need to load the scene and then update our flight progress. So we're gonna, let's see, where's our scene load right here? Bam. We'll do another scene load in our coroutine. We're gonna load the flight scene. It's definitely gonna have some serious refactors, but it's not a big deal for now. Where's that field? Or set of fields? There they are. Public. I mean, I've even got public strings with underscores. That's gonna make me crazy. That's fine though. It's fine. Just gotta convince myself. All right, so we load the flight scene, and then we want to just let's increment that progress over time. So we'll say flight progress plus equals time dot delta time divided by 10. So we'll take 10 seconds to fill that up, and then yield return null. Oh, let's do a while flight progress is less than 1. And of course, we need to set flight progress to 0. Probably do that before we even load up the scene that shows flights. All right, so I think that's it. That will update our UI element there. Now we've got this little slider as a separate thing. Let's go to File, Build Settings, and we'll add our current scene, save our project, and press play. Hey, Roger, how's it going? just seeing the chat there. All right, we'll go to scenes. Yeah, today's been a busy day. Getting a lot of stuff done. A ton of streams. Some videos I'm working on. I actually got to kill the stream in a few to go finish up this other video. And then just redoing the entire background. So everything is kind of changed up and hopefully quite a bit better. All right, so we hit start trip. Ooh, what's going on start trip? Why are you not working? What is up with the start trip button? Let's clear the log. Start trip, something's null. Oh, what? Something with a sound. Okay, what's going on here? It's on the UI element. Come on. This start trip button. It's a UI element sound script. I don't know why that's causing an error. Or why the button isn't loading. Did I lose my reference? Oh. Did I not hook the button up? Yeah, that's why. Start trip button. Dot on click. Dot add listener. There we go. We'll add a button named start trip button. And then we'll add a start trip method. And all that has to do is the start pressed is equal to true. There we go. Have to actually hook it up. That should make it work. I do need to go back in and actually assign that button though. So we'll have to go into the scene, go grab that scene. That was the pre-launch scene. So I'm just going to drag it out there, go to the canvas, expand it out, and then find the start trip button and assign it. And then we can save and unload the scene and press play. Well, hello. All right, bye, start. Uh-oh. Oh, flight couldn't be added, I think, because I named it flying, didn't I? Build settings, flying, yep. So let's change that in my code. That was in the game manager, I put flight. Let's rename that in here. All right, press play. Let's get on in here. So next and buy and click on one. Oh, here, let's go back to Wormy. Buy some fuel, start the trip. The timer is going as our ship flies along. I think that's way too fast. It should be like a minute at least. And then it gets there. Okay. That is going good. Once it gets to the end, something should happen and then it should turn back and come back the other way. So you get there and then I don't know what happens, and then it turns back around. So let's just make it turn back around when it gets to the end. So start the flight, it'll go all the way to the end. Once it gets there, it arrived, and then it's gonna return back the other way. So while the progress is greater than 0, it's going to get the minus equals and go the other way. Now, once it arrives, I don't know what should happen. You should get paid right away. So you get paid like at the beginning. So once it arrives, some bad things could happen or something could happen. Yeah. add some event here. Is this getting released or educational? I might release it if it ends up being fun. I think it might be fun. So if it does end up being fun, then I will probably release it. Okay, so after this, I want to collect ticket money. And before we start the flight, or here, let's do it right at the beginning of start flight. We'll collect ticket money. So we'll say money plus equals passengers or occupancy. What is it? What is it? Current. Oh, no, it's ticket sold. That's right. Ticket sold times our destination dot ticket price. Let's see. This, our current destination dot ticket price. So we'll get some money. And then while we're flying, let's see. Let's make this 30 seconds. So it'll be 30 seconds. We'll wait 1 second each time. So do yield return new, wait 4 seconds, 1. And then every second I'm going to take money. So we'll go money minus equals cost. No, what 1? I should figure this out. So actually, the time should be based on the distance. So let's get a distance here. Int distance is equal to our current destination dot distance. So we've got a distance to that place, and we want to go however long that is. That'll be seconds. And for now, let's just start it as a. Oh, so I see the needler up there. Let's start it as 1 second per distance unit. And we'll take away a money and a fuel. So current fuel minus equals 1 for each distance. And then, money, we'll just do one big hit when they reach the destination. So at this point, when they get here, we'll take away 1 money for each ticket sold. So we're just going to do 1 for each ticket right now. Maybe we could increase that based on like something else. I don't know. And then this could be some sort of variable thing based on the danger or something there. Okay, then on the flight back, we're going to do the same thing. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Flight progress. And then I need a flight percent. So here, I don't really want to do this. I want to do flight progress plus plus. And I want this to be like an int. And then I want a public float flight percent. It's going to be a float of the flight progress divided by the current destination dot distance. That's what we want. And that'll give us our percentage. And then we've got an int for the actual flight progress or the distance traveled or how close we are. Then we can do this. We do current fuel minus, and then flight progress minus. And we'll wait for a second, right? Yeah. Probably do that, like that. Okay, so we'll start the loop. Flight progress is equal to 0 at the beginning. We'll go all the way to the end, and then we'll come all the way back using fuel. If we run out of fuel, then we'll have to get more. So maybe we'll have to buy fuel at the destinations too. Let's see. Or maybe there won't be fuel available at some destinations. All right. Get the freighter. Get Wormy. We fill up on fuel. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Okay, we'll start the trip. Uh-oh, what's null? The ship buying. Oh, whoops. That's not even supposed to be on there, so let's remove that. Where's the slider? Why is that not? Go and let's clear, expand out our canvas, find that slider. We got the flight slider right here. Oh, yeah. I forgot to add in the percent part right there, the new variable that we put in. So let's go back to the progress scene real quick, or the flight scene. Flying. All right, whatever. I'll just play through. Buy fuel. Start trip. Oh, I didn't get to see if my money went up. There we go. It's traveling along. I need a money UI and a light in here. Let's go back to that scene again. Flying. Let's turn the light back on. And let's add a money text. Oh, and make sure that the ship buying UI is off. UI text. Anchor that to the top left. Money text. We'll add the money text. And set that font again. Probably just make this into a prefab. Cool. All right, that should fix that part. Let's go back to scenes. Bootstrapper. Oh, it's getting late. It's already 3 o'clock. All right. Let's go add a ship. Select Wormy. Buy some fuel. Start the trip. There we go. I made a little bit of money from starting the trip. And we travel along. I can't see my fuel depleting. But once we get to the end of the trip, let's go change the distance there. The distance of 120. Let's change that to 30. There we go. Nice thing about scriptable objects, just get in there and start changing the data while you're playing, and you don't have to wait and wait and wait. So there we go. We'll get there. My money should drop. Boop. Nope, it didn't drop. What happened? No errors. Let's go debug real quick. So we'll add a breakpoint. I'm just curious what's going on. I probably did something stupid. I mean, I'm sure I did. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's what I did. I cached the distance right there. So I went and changed it in my variable and it wasn't showing up. So let's remove that cached one. There we go. And now I can actually change my scriptable object without things breaking. That's better. Now I don't have to worry about hitting play again. Okay, I'm going to set that destination down to like a 20 away though. Keep these numbers even smaller. And then we'll check out that flight, make sure that it goes across. And I think I want to add some indicators for the fuel stuff too. Let's go buy, start, money appears, goes across. It should take 10 seconds. We need some flames coming out of there, some particles. And then when it gets to the end, my money should drop. Drop by 5, 1 per person, and then we start the return trip. Sweet. Roger's asking what the game is about. So it's going to be a game where you buy ships and then set up tourist trips on them. So you do like tours on your spaceship to different destinations. We got a couple of different destinations in here and a couple ships. So there's right now just these 2 ships available. I'm gonna add a bunch more because the CG Pitbull sale is going on. All their stuff is like half off on the asset store. So I'm going to go add a bunch of CG Pitbull ones. I already have quite a few. I just add a couple more. But you buy a ship and then you'll pick your destination. Like there's one to go see a giant worm in space, a space battle, and I want to have a bunch of these. I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, I like having the little concept art pieces here, but I'm thinking that I want to do like more of a map, and then you'll have like a home place that you're going out of, and then you go to the different destinations from there. And then you can move your home to a different one if you want to do different destinations, kind of like leveling up. You go from like, you start in a small place, and then you start going up to bigger, whatever, more popular, more expensive places, whatever that ends up being. But right now it's just a grid of 4. You pick the place. This one setting up to go to Whale City. The UI for the pre-launch is terrible right now, but you can see the money going down, people getting up once it fills up the whole ship. All 12 people, which is how many this one can hold. I can hit start trip, and then they'll fly across. I get paid right when I hit start trip. And then once they get to the end, it costs me some money. And then what I'm thinking is like along the flight, we'll have some events that you can run across. Maybe like it's 5 to 10 events each trip that you can have that are either positive or negative, have some sort of an impact, come across bad guys, come across something cool like that everybody likes or whatever. And then also having some things that you can put into your ships to upgrade, like events that you can use to make more money. Yeah. So yeah, mostly just the business aspects of it, though, of kind of setting up that the thing and flying around. And then what I want to do is put in a lot of story stuff along the way in those little events. Just have funny stuff that happens, like maybe make it so when you take people to the worm, it just eats them, right, or eats some of them, or something. Who knows? It will come up with some funny things. All right, let's stop playing. Yeah, I like that. The Roger saying scenarios that pop up, and if you make a bad decision, it'll have some impact, or whatever decision you make have some impact one way or another. All right, I think I'm gonna commit and go finish up that other video that I've got to do now, though. You can get to do this as long as I wanted today because there's a couple other things going on, but still fun. Let's see, added flight scene. I got a couple other things that I did to make sure I finish up before baby shows up here. So, all right, I'm going to drop off, and I will see you all very soon. All right, don't forget if you wanted to come to the AI conference, check that out at GameDevGuild.com. We got the free passes still available and the 90% off on the regular passes. So